Great.
All right, Sean Patel, FightHype.com here with undefeated flyweight Sulem Urbina. Set for the biggest fight of your career. Isn't that safe to say, Sulem?
Definitely. The biggest fight of my career is October 30th on the Zone. Great platform against a great fighter, Marlen Esparza. It's going to be a night of fireworks.
Right, and it's the co-main in California to Rashidi Ellis and Alexis Roca. Just your second fight to be in the United States, right, Sulem?
That's true. This is my second fight in the United States since starting to work with Golden Boy and being part of their stable, you know?
So have you been living in the United States longer than that? It was just a matter of getting with the right promotional team to fight over here?
Well, I was amateur for a very long time, and I made a pretty big name for myself in Mexico. You know, I started with a Mexican promoter. They did a great job with me, and like every other fighter, we always want to come to fight in the United States. And, you know, Golden Boy is one of the biggest promotional groups out there. They're doing a great job promoting women in boxing, and opportunity presented itself in November. They offered me a fight, and I took it, and they were very happy with my performance, and they invited me again, and now I'm part of the team.
Now, Sulem, you know, with Marlen being a former Olympian, coming off the fight with Estrada, do you view this as a big step-up fight, and as part of you, if it is that anxious to show people, you know, that you belong in that caliber of fighters?
Definitely, it's a huge step up. I think Marlen is so far the biggest name I'm gonna have on my resume. You know, being an Olympian, you know, she's done her work. She's paid her dues. She has a name, and if I want to take everything that she has, I have to beat her. I definitely think that on October 30th, her and I are gonna give the fans a great fight.
Is this gonna be one of those, you know, great Mexican wars?
I hope so. I hope she doesn't run. I hope she comes at me, you know. I'm gonna be ready. I hope she's willing to, you know, give the fans a good brawl.
Well, she certainly didn't run, you know, despite coming up short against Estrada. Did you love that fight? Did you get a chance to check that fight out?
Of course, as a fan, you know, I love seeing great fights, you know, the build up behind it, everything, you know. I really loved Senisa's performance. Obviously, Marlen didn't win, didn't look great, but I think that fight has definitely made her a better boxer today, you know, realizing that she wasn't self-made, that she wasn't a made boxer yet as a pro, I mean. She's going to be more ready come October 30th, so I'm ready to face the best Marlen Esparza possible.
Now, Sulem, when you said if she doesn't run and she's ready to make it a war, it was a little surprising because I know you go to war, but you could also box pretty good. Like, you got some legs and you know how to move in and out. Are you saying if she's down, to hell with some of that, let's go just toe to toe, or what do you think, Sulem?
I love a good brawl. I mean, I can box. I know how to do a lot of things. I have a lot of tools in my pouch, but hey, let's give the fans a good show. You know, it's COVID times, pandemic, it's horrible. I think the fans need to see great fights right now. That's why a lot of fans were surprised when this fight was made so soon. They expected it to, you know, marinate a little more, but, you know, Golden Boy wants to make the great matchups, and this opportunity came about. I took it, and I hope she brawls with me. It'll be fun.
Do you have I know Senisa, she moves back down to 108 pounds, but does any part of you have an eye towards Estrada wanting to fight her, since that would seem to be a good money fight?
I think that Senisa is a great fighter, very unique style, very unorthodox, you know, very, she moves very well. She's very unique. Definitely, it's going to be a great fight when it does happen. I hope that when it does, you know, it's a fight where both of us are able to make good money, you know, for each other, and, you know, promote it and do it at the right time.
I know when you're in Mexico, you can only go with the opposition they have there, and you just got with Golden Boy. But will it be an adjustment for you at all to have to go to fighting a fighter level of Marlen after facing the fighters you faced in Mexico? Will that be an adjustment early in the fight, or how do you prepare for that?
Here's the thing. Mexico is one of the strongest powerhouses in female boxing. They have some of the most world champions. So does Argentina. The thing is, USA is barely playing catch up compared to Mexico in boxing, in women's boxing. You know, in Mexico, there's televised women's fights every Saturday. USA has barely started breaking ground right there. Obviously, I'm very happy to finally have made it to the United States, because at the end of the day, everybody wants to come to fight to the United States. But there's great fighters in Mexico. I've fought some great opposition, and I think I've developed very well, which is only going to help me come October 30th.
So for some of those fighters, the records don't tell the whole story. Some of them may have losing records, but they're tougher and better than that, you feel, in preparation for this fight.
And here's the thing, a lot with BoxRec, you can't really trust the records because a lot of the fights aren't even recorded on there, you know? Right. It's like most of the time you don't even know who you're fighting in Mexico, and you don't even know how many fights they have and all that. But, you know, a great fighter knows how to perform regardless.
Well, I mean, look at, you know, not take away from Sinicia, but her opponent was 5-0. And it's very obvious from watching some of your fights, some of those girls who were 2-3 or 6-6, they were superior to that girl who was 5-0. So
here's the thing. In Mexico, they don't avoid fights. Everybody takes fights, you know. They take the fights with the best fighters because they want what that fighter has. You know, they want that shine. They don't duck anyone. You know, great fights are made. And that's the difference. And, you know, it's something that hurts boxing a lot, is wanting that undefeated or that unblemished record a lot compared to, you know, UFC. UFC, you know, fighters have a lot of losses, and the fans still know that they're great, you know. And it's something that we have to work on to get past.
So do you think with, you know, yourself, and I know Marciela Cornejo and Sinicia and Marlen, that there's becoming like a growing market, a burgeoning market for women's Mexican and Mexican-American boxing? Definitely.
I think the fact that we're finally on the big platforms like ESPN and the
just women's boxing, period.
You know, we're finally getting, we're getting, you know, that big shine, you know, and everybody's becoming interested. You know, we're definitely heading in the right direction.
Okay, Sulem, and can I get your prediction for October 30th? You know, do you see it going the distance, or do you think you can get a stoppage here against Marlen Esparza?
You know what? I don't know. All I know is that I'm going to win. It's that simple. I'm going to keep it simple. You know, if it goes the distance, it goes the distance. Obviously, I want to hurt her, but I'm ready to win. It's that simple.
And before I let you go, too, can I just get your thoughts on a big fight coming up the day after your fight on Halloween? Maybe you'll get a chance to rest up and watch it. Santa Cruz versus Gervonta Davis. How do you see that fight playing out?
You know, I keep going back and forth. Santa Cruz is a boxer that always comes ready. His conditioning's on point. You know, he throws a million punches. He is the smaller guy. And Gervonta didn't necessarily look great against Gamboa, you know. You know, torn Achilles, couldn't get him out of there. I mean, he looked very, very, very gassed out after 3. So I think it all depends on what what Gervonta shows up. Gervonta is the bigger guy, you know, stronger guy. He should win, but you know, you never know. With Leo's always game.
It sounds like, though, it's you and a lot of fighters are saying it's Gervonta's fight to lose. It's kind of dependent on him, right? Yeah. Am I getting that right?
Exactly. That's what it is. I mean, it's just depends on what Gervonta we're gonna get. Are we gonna get, you know, the one that's actually training hard and disciplined and ready come fight night, or, you know, the sluggish, lazy one? It's all on Gervonta to win or lose.
Will the 24 hours be enough for you to be able to enjoy the fight, or will you be too busy, you know, enjoying your rest? Or
oh, I'll be tuning in, but I'll also be tuning into Michaela Mayer's fight. She's fighting that same day, and you know, I gotta show support. So I'm a big boxing junkie, so I have to watch all the fights.
I'm so sorry. It's not Michaela. She's not getting Broderick, right? She's not getting that title shot yet, is she? Or she's finally getting that Broderick?
She is.
Okay. Yeah.
She is. She's fighting on October 31st.
I didn't get a chance to check yet, but you would have to favor her in that fight, right?
Definitely. I think, you know, Michaela's the one with the experience, and she's been developing very well, and I think she could even stop her.
I would love to see her fight Katie Taylor one day. I know she's at 130, but she's so tall, like she'd have to be able to move up no problem. But
it has to happen. I believe they fought a few times in the amateurs, and Katie Taylor won. So it's definitely a fight that I want to see in the pros also.
But doesn't Mayer have more of a pro style probably that suits her better for the professionals than it was in the amateurs?
Definitely. I think Mayer has one of the best jabs ever, you know. She's very strong, and, you know, she sets her feet right. The pros are a different story than the amateurs, and it's a fight that hopefully, you know, gets built up and happens.
All right. Thanks so much, Sulem. I'm looking forward to your fight against Marlen Esparza. That may be the fight of the night. You know, all respect to Rashidi and Alexis Roca, but you guys are going to throw down. So anything else you want to say to the fans?
October 30th on the Zone. Don't miss out. Marlen Esparza and I are going to give the fans a great show as long as she comes to fight.
And this is a title eliminator. So whoever wins is in pretty good shape to get a shot at the WBC title.
That's right. Don't miss out.
Thank you, Sulem.